still speak, and he doesn't have a lot of passion for the business anymore either. But he's also a businessman, so if something right came along, that I'm sure he would consider. But otherwise, he's really enjoying his time at home with his family.
Great stuff. So what do you got coming up now the next little while? You got any projects or anything you're going to be working on down the road, like this coming year, or anything that you'd like to promote one more time before we wrap this thing up?
Well, obviously, if you keep tuning into robvandam.com, you'll always get the latest, and you'll be the most apprised of the information that I'm layering out there to everybody. But right now on my plate, I have so many projects. Some of them are Hollywood, some of them are movies, some of them are TV, some of them are writing projects, tons and tons of projects, but all, different stages. I have some comic book projects. I have a bunch of stuff that it isn't ready, to start promoting yet. This DVD that I have on my website right now is actually opening up a pipeline of a bunch of future projects. I plan on next year having a ton of DVDs that I'll be releasing through Big Vision Entertainment. Some of them RVD TV, and then other ones that are not RVD TV. And that's something that I'm really excited about, is to get the RVD Productions up and going and get a lot of that out there. I'm going to be stepping back in the ring in the near future, which is kind of exciting, I guess, to some of the fans. But unless you live in France, you're probably not going to be able to go and see me live.
I was hacked by someone in France, though. That counts.
Well, that counts. I like French toast. Does that count? I'll be here in March, March 18th, I think, and then it goes like till the rest of the month. There's a big tour in France, and it may go to some of the other countries in Europe, but RVD is going to be part of that one, so that's pretty big news. Any promoters, bookers listening to this show that want to know how to get a hold of me, I am not looking to get out there and wrestle, so my price definitely reflects that. The other guys that are out there that are looking to get work, that are trying to fill up their schedule and go out there every weekend and do this as a living, I'm not at that position right now at all. In fact, I'm trying to stay home. And as I said, it takes a lot more to get me out on an airplane. But once in a while it does happen. I take very few selective bookings. Last year, or this year still, rather, 2008, I went to Spain a few times, went to Portugal. I wrestled in Japan. And next year, this trip coming up in France starts off, what could be another year of a few selected bookings. There's no telling with the wrestling exactly what could happen, but with plans, I can clear up a lot of rumors by telling you right now, I have no plans of returning to WWE. I have no plans of going to TNA. My only plans of wrestling as of right now, for sure, the only thing that's confirmed is that trip in March, and it should be a good one. Chris Masters is going to be on it. I think Sabu's on it, and they just got back from a really successful trip in Ireland where I was told that they sold out almost every single night. So it's a pretty exciting new company. Maybe we'll hear more about it in the future, especially after RVD makes his appearance.
Especially if RVD makes his appearance. Now, your show can be heard on Wednesday nights?
That is true. RVD Radio. You can Google RVD Radio. It's at blogtalkradio.com, and Wednesday nights we have a show every week for 2 hours. This Wednesday coming up, it'll be on from 6 to 8 Pacific time, 9 to 11 East Coast time, and you can go to the website and log in, or you can call the phone number, which is 347 308-8754. Is that right? 87? Yeah, that is.
Yep.
I got that in my head. 347-308-8754. You can call in and you can listen to the whole show on the phone, or you can participate and be part of the show. It's a lot of fun. I wouldn't do it if it wasn't fun, but every Wednesday at the end of the show when we hang up, we always go, man, that was another fun show, and everyone that's on it, when I call friends that are guests, hey, can you call on my radio show and be a guest? Afterwards, they always say what a great time they have and can they be on it again. So it's something that I recommend, something that I'm proud of. There might be a little bit of fucking swearing of a little shit like that now and then, but besides that, it's all good for all ages.
Yeah. I got to get you to clear something up. There are a bunch of people out there, we're not going to mention any names, who are claiming that they were the reason that show that you have started up. Do you care to clear that rumor up and just let everybody know how that show came to be and what was the inspiration behind it?
Are you talking about RVD Radio?
Yes.
Okay. You want to know how that came about to be? Well, I've always wanted to do and still do want to do a radio show. That's something that I know will come to pass as a job sometime. When I have friends or if I'm doing promotions like media days and I go to radio stations and I sit in there on the microphone in the studios, I love it. I always have a great time. That's always one of my favorite parts of my job was to go and promote and take callers and talk to them and have fun. So I always figured someday when I'm ready to settle down to a regular 9-to-5 job and report, on a daily basis somewhere, someday I'm definitely going to have my own radio show. Recently, a gentleman that works for Blog Talk Radio emailed me and he said, hey, look, he goes, we got this thing called Blog Talk Radio. It's like a radio show, but it's on the internet, and he said, you can do this. It's all up to you. You can talk about whatever you want to talk about. You can use whatever fucking language you want. The show can be as long or as short as you want. There's no commitment. You can do it. If you don't like it, you can stop doing it, whatever. Would you be interested in doing that? And I thought about it, and I said, fuck yeah, let's give it a try.
Great stuff. So, Rob, it has been a pleasure sitting down with somebody like yourself, and you're added on a list of prestigious individuals that we've had the privilege of sitting down here to interview on Canadian Pro Wrestling Radio. If you want to
nowhere to go from here but down, guys.
I believe it. Ernest Miller told me the same thing, but in all honesty, he's fucking crazy, and but nowhere to go but down. RobVanDam.com and blogtalkradio.com/RVD Radio. Rob, it has been a pleasure. You got any parting words for us?
Everybody make sure go to RobVanDam.com and look at my DVD page that pops right up. And keep in mind, it's very affordable. It's like $14.95 or something, and we're shipping them out priority next week, so you can have it in time for Christmas. That's the big excitement this week is the release of the best of RVD TV Volume 1. So thanks a lot, guys. Appreciate it. And let's do it again sometime. In the meantime, RobVanDam.com is the place to find RVD.
All right, great stuff. For Rob Van Dam and Canadian Pro Wrestling Radio, I'm Jonathan Clarke, and we'll see you soon.